The film begins with a written intro. In 1995, a hiker went missing in the remote mountains of Central Oregon. As time passed, there were strange sightings, and the local community began speculating about a mysterious illness they called Hill's fever. According to native legends, it was known as the face of the wolf. Unlike traditional werewolf myths, this was more like a virus, an infection that slowly transformed those who were bitten or scratched. Once the infection took over, the person lost all human instincts and became a wolf-like creature. It didn't matter whether it was day or night or if there was a full moon. The story begins with a father and his young son, Blake, living deep in the mountains. The father is a strict man who teaches Blake how to hunt and survive. He constantly warns his son about the dangers of the wilderness, often getting frustrated when Blake doesn't listen to his words. During one of their hunts, the father spots something unusual through his rifle's scope, a tall figure moving too fast to be human. He only catches a glimpse, but he is sure it was standing on two legs. The story then jumps 30 years ahead. Blake is now a grown man with a wife and a young daughter. He tries to be a different kind of father than his own was. He loves his daughter deeply and does his best to be patient with her, even when she disobeys him. He also struggles with his marriage. His wife is a reporter, and their relationship has its ups and downs. Blake understands how anger and distance can destroy a family. He had walked away from his own father years ago. He doesn't want the same thing to happen with them, so he avoids unnecessary fights and arguments. He reminds himself and his wife that life is too short to waste on resentment. This family dynamic becomes the emotional core of the story. One day, Blake receives a letter informing him of his father's death and his inheritance of the family's land. Hoping for a fresh start and some clarity, he takes his family to the old mountain house. But their trip soon turns into a nightmare. As they drive through the dark forest, an unseen creature lurks nearby. That night on the road, they are attacked by an unknown creature. Desperate to escape, they rush to the old house only to find themselves trapped inside with no cell signal and a growing sense of dread. Unbeknownst to Blake, the creature or the werewolf had scratched him during the attack. Soon he begins feeling sick, and strange changes start happening to his body. He struggles to hold on to his humanity, but the infection is taking over, slowly erasing his mind. The film does a great job of showing his slow transformation. His vision shifts, his emotions dull, and his instincts become more animalistic. It's a slow, terrifying process, making the audience feel his fear and helplessness. At the same time, an unknown threat still lurks outside, adding another layer of danger. The lead actor delivers a satisfying performance, portraying a man trapped inside his own body, desperately fighting against the monster he is becoming. However, the horror elements don't feel as strong as they could have been. The focus remains on the emotional drama of a family man losing himself rather than diving deeper into werewolf mythology. Because of this, the film's atmosphere falls a little flat. The emotional journey of the father and his family doesn't pay off in the end, as it could have been. In the end, Wolfman offers an intriguing premise, but doesn't quite manage to balance its emotional core with the supernatural terror it promises. The film is a slow burn, with moments of tension and a powerful central performance, but its horror elements never fully materialize in a way that leaves a lasting impact.